Hey guys, Tech Flash here, and the device that I have today is the Nubia Redmagic 6R, and the R here basically stands for Racing Edition. Now, the parent company for Nubia is ZTE, which is a big Chinese cell phone manufacturer, and the Redmagic phones are essentially their gaming lineup. An interesting thing here is that this phone comes with the Tencent branding here, which tells you that they have collaborated with Redmagic on this phone. And if you don't know who or what Tencent is the company that owns the executive rights to the game PUBG. If you excuse the mangled box, you can see that this device comes with 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of internal storage. Additionally, this phone also comes with the Snapdragon 888 processor. With all of this, the surprising factor about this phone is that it only costs around $500, so you're getting all of the best specs in a very budget-friendly price. Also, an unusual fact about this phone is that in general, when you have a specific branding such as here with the Racing Edition on this phone, you would expect the device to be more powerful or have additional features, but it's quite the opposite for this phone. In fact, this is sort of a watered down edition of the Nubia Redmagic 6S, and performance wise you may see a little bit of a difference, this one having the Snapdragon 888, whereas the Redmagic 6S has the 888 Plus. Opening up the box, we have a couple of things including the SIM ejector pin, a few accessories including this 3.5mm audio jack dongle, some papers and warranty stickers, alongside this silicone case which immediately is a distinguishing factor for the gaming phone due to the number of openings so it can accommodate the multiple triggers and sensors that the phone has. Further in the box, we have the actual phone which we will unwrap and put to the side while it starts as we dig in a little bit deeper into the box. Next up, we have the charging cable, which ironically is red because, you know, the phone's name is Redmagic, so yeah, you guys get it? No? Anyways, next up, we have the charger, and I want to quickly mention here that the device we have is actually a Chinese variant, so because of that, we can expect a bigger and faster power adapter. Normally, if you buy this phone mostly anywhere outside of China, you will get a 30-watt charger, but with this one we get to see the 55-watt charger, which is also a Type-C adapter. And I should mention that the phone itself is also capable of handling 55-watt fast charging. Now, aesthetically speaking, one thing that I wanted to point out is that this device looks very much like a regular phone. Despite it being a dedicated gaming phone, it doesn't scream gaming phone from anywhere. It does have the design aspects here and there with the Redmagic logo, but apart from that, it looks very simple, which in my opinion is a good thing in case you want to keep things clean and don't like very flashy phones. On the back side, we have a quad camera setup, and the main camera has a 64 megapixel sensor. Apart from that, we have an ultra wide angle camera, a macro camera, and also a depth camera, but there is no zoom camera, which is not really a big deal. Apart from that, on the side we can see the triggers, which are actually capacitive touch triggers, and they function at a rate of 400 Hz, which tells you that they are incredibly fast. On the front, we have an AMOLED display, and the unique thing about this is that it has a refresh rate of 144 Hz, which if you think about may as well be one of the cheapest phones to have a 144 Hz refresh rate display, which I think is more than enough, especially for gaming, since most games on a phone may not even support more than 90 Hz refresh rate. When it comes to the SIM slot, we have a dual SIM tray setup here, which has this thin rubber border on it for a better seal, and no, we don't have the additional SD card option, which is fine, I guess. On the back, I also noted that this doesn't have any RGB lighting on it despite it being a gaming phone, but as I mentioned before, this is a watered down version, so it is kind of expected, and at this price point I wouldn't really be complaining about that. Coming down to the actual purpose of this phone, which is gaming, I wanted to mention that you'll be able to see PUBG support throughout the phone, and if we go ahead and turn the phone into the gaming mode, you will see on the control center a couple of interesting things like the 144 Hz refresh rate option, a voice changer. You can also set up your macros alongside with your controller settings and all the social media options if you want to share your gameplay or stream a gameplay through your phone. And as I said, PUBG support is seen throughout the phone, and you'll even have it pre-installed as well under the gaming mode. And basically this phone will provide you an overall better and more enhanced experience for playing PUBG, which can be played at 90 Hz on this phone as well. As far as biometrics are concerned, we do have an in-display fingerprint scanner, which is quite fast. For the cameras, I would say that they're just okay, nothing new or mind-blowing, but actually on the front we do have a 16 megapixel sensor, which is new as we previously only seen 8 megapixel cameras on the Nubia phones, but the sacrifice for that is that we only get a one-sided stereo speaker, which is located only at the bottom instead of having two on each side. So definitely some corners were cut, but nevertheless it's nothing that you wouldn't be able to survive without. And guys, that is pretty much it for the Redmagic 6R. Let me know what you guys think of this phone, especially if you are a gamer or are keen on mobile gaming, and make sure to comment below on that. Please do consider subscribing if you haven't already, since we are trying to reach 5,000 subs by the end of the year. Like the video if you enjoyed, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.